Hi, my name is Ante Brim, and these are my audience members, Jason Cabral and Christine Durden. And the speech that I'm giving today is How Violence in Media Affects the Way We View the World. One of my favorite fall-time TV shows is Banshee, airs on Cinemax. The show centers around a man who's pretending to be the sheriff of a fictional Pennsylvania town named Banshee. At the beginning of the series, the man is being released from prison after 15 years for stealing $15 million worth of diamonds from his boss, who is also the head of a crime family in Pittsburgh. Not only does he try to steal diamonds from his boss, but he also tries to run off with his boss's daughter, Carrie. When his boss discovers his plans, he frames the main character and has him thrown in prison for 15 years. Once he's released from prison, the main character sets out on a journey to look for the diamonds he stole from his boss and for Carrie. This search leads him to Banshee, Pennsylvania. Once he arrives, he stumbles into a bar, and also sitting in the bar is the town's newest sheriff, Lucas Hood. While the two are sitting in the bar, gang members come in and try to extort the bar owner for money. The sheriff, seeing this, of course, tries to intervene, and this turns into a shootout in the bar. The sheriff was then shot and killed, and so the main character assumes the dead sheriff's identity, Lucas Hood, and he is now the new sheriff of Banshee, Pennsylvania. So the rest of the show follows his life being the new sheriff of Banshee, Pennsylvania, and him juggling his relationship with Carrie, the girl he followed, to Banshee, and them trying to find the diamonds and hide from his ex-employer who's still trying to kill them. And he's also a part-time professional thief. The topic that I'm discussing for this project is violence in media. And I chose Banshee for this project because there's lots of violence in this show. And the critical thinking element that I'm using to analyze the show is critical element of point of view and frame of reference. So after reading the unit on violence in media, I learned that there are several ways that can affect the audience. There are several ways that violence in the media can affect the audience. But two ways that affects them the most is, first, someone who's exposed to lots of violence in TV shows can become intrigued by it and want to imitate the scenes that they see, and causes them to possibly lash out and perform violent acts. The other way someone is affected by violence in media is that they see so much violence in TV shows that they begin to think that the world around them is more dangerous than it actually is. Using the critical thinking elements, I realized that a person's environment can determine the way that they are affected by the violence that they watch on television. For example, someone who is raised in a low-income family and from a rougher neighborhood is possibly going to watch a scene from Banshee, one maybe where the drug dealer is making lots of money and possibly killing anybody who gets in his way. He's going to look at this person as someone to imitate, or someone who's cool, and he's going to try to aspire to be like this person that he sees on TV. But take someone who's from a suburban neighborhood, higher class family like that, they're going to view the same scene as a little different. They're going to view it as the drug dealer is dangerous, possibly not want to visit a town like Banshee, thinking that they could be killed by a drug dealer, which we know is not likely, but this is the perception that someone who's never been to a small town can receive from watching a show like Banshee. So in conclusion, I've realized that the environment that people come from can choose or determine the way that violence in television shows affects them. It's not a guarantee and no one person is the same, but studies show that a person's environment can determine the way that they are affected by the violence that they view on TV.